Hey there, patriots! It's election season again, which means it's time to talk about how America chooses its leader. It's a big deal, and it's a bit more complicated than just everyone voting for the person they like best, though that would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Every 4 years, Americans head to the polls to elect their president. It's a democratic process, or at least that's what they tell us, where citizens have a say in who runs the country. But here's the catch. We don't directly elect the president, I know, right? Sounds crazy. Instead, we vote for electors, and those electors make up something called the Electoral College. It's like a group project, but instead of deciding who gets the best grade, they decide who gets to be the most powerful person in the world. No pressure, so buckle up because understanding the US election system is a wild ride. Okay, so let's break down this whole Electoral College thing. Imagine a club with 538 members. That's the Electoral College. Each state gets a certain number of members or electors based on its population. Think of it like this. California, with its massive population, is like the cool kids table with a lot of seats. Meanwhile, smaller states like Wyoming are like that table in the corner where no one wants to sit. Now these electors are supposed to vote for the candidate who won the popular vote in their state. That means if most people in California vote for candidate A, the electors from California are supposed to vote for candidate A too. Here's where it gets really interesting. Most states operate on a winner-takes-all system. Imagine playing a game where the winner gets all the cookies, even if they only won by a tiny bit. That's how most states roll. So if candidate A wins the popular vote in California by even a small margin, they get all of California's electoral votes. Talk about a sweet deal. But hold on, there are a couple of exceptions. Maine and Nebraska. These two states are like the rebels of the group, doing their own thing. They use a proportional system, which means they divide their electoral votes based on the percentage of votes each candidate receives. It's a bit more fair, but hey, that's Maine and Nebraska for you. Section 4. The magic number 270 to win. Now, to become the President of the United States, a candidate needs to collect at least 270 electoral votes. It's like a high-stakes game of bingo, but instead of shouting bingo, you get to shout, "I'm the President!" But wait, where does that magic number 270 come from? Well, remember the Electoral College with its 538 members? Half of that number is 269. Add one more and you get 270, a simple majority, just enough to win. So even if a candidate wins millions more individual votes across the country, if they don't secure 270 electoral votes, they can still lose the election. Yeah, you heard that right, it's happened before and it can definitely happen again. Section 5, swing states, where elections are won and lost. Now with this whole electoral college system, some states become super important during elections. These are the swing states, also known as battleground states. These states are like the popular kids in school that everyone wants to be friends with because they can swing the election in either direction. Candidates spend a lot of time and money campaigning in these states, trying to win over voters. It's like a popularity contest on steroids. Some of the most famous swing states include Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. These states have a history of being closely contested, and a small shift in votes can make a huge difference in the outcome of the election. Section 6, the power of swing states, a case study. Let's take the 2016 election as an example. This election was a nail-biter, with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton battling it out for the presidency. Clinton actually won the popular vote by nearly 3 million votes. But guess what? Trump won the presidency because he focused on winning key swing states like Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. These states had voted for Democratic candidates in previous elections, but Trump managed to flip them by narrow margins. And that, my friends, is the power of swing states in the US electoral system. It's not always about who gets the most votes overall, but who wins the right combination of states and their precious electoral votes. So the next time you hear about a swing state, pay attention. It could be the key to winning the White House. Remember, 270 is the magic number to win. It's a wild ride, but that's American democracy for you.